Afternoon, everyone. I thought halfway through this, I thought I'll make a recording of what I'm doing today. I made this Baltimore quilt by machine 2 or 3 years ago. I actually started to quilt it. I had an old machine. I didn't like it. I unpicked it all. Tight stitches, nightmare. But I've done it. So today I didn't have the little yellow centres on the flowers. So I've made some of them, the bigger ones. They're just glued on, one sewn on, but the rest are just sort of Pritt sticked on at the moment. But I've got more to put on. There's a bigger one. More to put on. Find them on these ones here. And I've made little ones. So what I'm going to do is make a little video of how I make these little circles, cutting out the card, cutting out the fabric and attaching it over the card, etc. till I get them on the quilt. Gonna add some card to make the little circles, or the stamens, is it? The middle of the centre of flowers. So it's in another cereal box. Yeah, Cocoa Pops. For my little son, who's 43-year-old, when he visits. So, got the card. I needed 15, but I'm just going to make a couple here because I've already done them and I thought I'll make a video. So we get an old penny, a British penny. I presume it's a cent in America. I did make some bigger with a 10 pence. So, that's the size I want them. Just do okay, yeah. So, pair of old scissors, not your fabric scissors, and cut the circles out. Nice and slowly and round, because we try not to get any points on. No idea if you can buy these circles or card or what. Never looked. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so then I get my strip of fabric that I cut. Just sort of, I cut them into little squares. So, just roughly. 1, can't go wrong. 2, 3. Okay, then I get my little template and draw around them. In pen, an ordinary pen I do. You know, if you want to wash away, iron away, fair enough, but pens, because you're not going to see it. We all tucked away. 2, 3. Okay. And there. And then we're going to cut just a little way, 1/4 inch or so, round the line. That's why we draw the lines on the fabric. Yeah, I know these are my paper scissors, but they cut good, so. Some people get bored with this kind of thing, you know, but well, I can get bored, obviously, but it's all part of the process, and I love hand sewing. Okay, so there's our, let's look, where am I? Okay, so we're going to get some thread. I'm going to tack or baste around the edge. I usually start on the outside, but it doesn't matter which way you do it. Just little tacking stitches. Let's move my book out of the way. Around the edges there. And this. Just a little video to see how I do these circles. I mean, they don't have to go in flowers, you know, you can dot them around a quilt if you wanted. If it's a plain, quite a bit of plain fabric, they can be incorporated there as an extra decoration. So I've got the two edges, two like threads, like strings there. Leave a tail. Oh, sewing needle there. Hold on. Too much stuff. That's what I say. We got too much stuff nowadays. Aren't we lucky people? Very lucky people, so we are. A little tacking stitch around there. Okay. And I'll do the other two. Oh, hold on. I know I've got two needles. That's because I was sewing one on the Baltimore quilt. The yarn, thread. I like a knot because otherwise I'll pull it straight through. The time I don't do a knot is the day I'll pull it straight through after doing a few stitches. So put the knot in. A little tail. So you get the idea of that. I'll just do the two, I think. Don't need to do these three made, do you? There's probably other ways of doing it. Lots of different ways of doing this, but this is the way I like to do it, and I thought I'd share it. Of course, when I talk to my family, I've made these things, they think, oh, it'll take you 2 seconds. Yeah. Okay. So we've got two of them, get hold of our tails. Now we get hold of a card template. Put it in the circle, near enough, doesn't have it, is it? Near enough in the, where we're drawing the line, and pull. And it gathers it all in. Pull that to the opposite side. We've sewn that. Okay, and there is a lovely circle of fabric. Let's do the other one. The template in the middle. Pull it tight. And pull your strings to the opposite side to where they are on in the circle. Pulls it nice and tight. And there's my circle. Right, I'm now at my ironing board, my circles. So again, pull your strings to the opposite side. I've got my big house iron on here. And I've got it on steam. And give it a good press. And my second one. Pull it to the opposite side. Oop. You go away. And press. That's that. Then we take the card out. Just take your cardboard template out. And just pull your little strings gently. And there's our circle. Okay. Yeah, we've got some hard edges, pointy edges, but we'll sort that out when we sew it. And if people notice it, they're looking too close. And I like to give them another press. Take the card out of there. And these are handy. Keep these in a little plastic bag. You can make loads of them. Put the measurement or a penny or cent on the bag, what size they are. And in 10 years you'll use them again. I've got hundreds of them. Okay, so slightly pull it together. And there's two little circles, or a bundle of them. That I've got to take the cards out of now, because I just made them too quickly for you. I needed 15, if I've counted right, for my Baltimore. Again, I'll pull it gently. And I press. Right, here's my Baltimore laid out on the ironing table. And I've got them three that I'd taken a card out of. I've got some Pritt stick. You can use fabric glue. I just put a little bit on there. Get your tails on because you can sort that out after. I'll just put them on there just to keep them secure until I sew them. See that one? Yeah. Good. This one here. And one more I've got ready. I've got to iron the rest. Take the card out. And they're ready for sewing. I will sew them by hand, even though I made this quilt by machine, which is the first time I've done that. I usually make Baltimores by hand. But as I'm getting better with the machine, getting more confident. As I say, I did make this a couple of years ago. About time it was finished. Right. Cut the little tails off. And we'll sew one on. No, it's not very good here. I've moved. Hold on. That's a bit better for me. I'm going to put my needle. Put my needle. There it is. Now this has got, it's a little bit hard to sew because it's, the flower's been on with stitch and tear, you know, double-sided. Oh God, I've forgotten the name of it now. See, that's a while since I've done it, I can't remember. Stitch and tear and paper like that. So glues it on both sides, sticks it on both sides before we stitch it. So it's a little bit thicker to sew, but it's not too bad. It's just a bit, it's a bit hard to sew. 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 sew through. This white cotton is quite thick as well, so that's another kind of thing. Makes it a little bit harder. A good sharp needle. And we're stitching away. That's all we do. In where we come out and then along. Now the camera's probably the wrong angle. Yeah, I'm just making some clips. Not trying to beat other people. I'm trying to win an Emmy. Or whatever film producers win. Just to see what I do in my day. In my time. I like keeping busy. Busy bee. Made a couple of Christmas quilts. Again, I haven't filmed them. It's setting it up and stuff sort of makes me a bit weird, a bit scared. Or I forget until I'm halfway through. Should have filmed that. But the next one I will, I think. Yeah. And that's all it is, just little stitches like that. Just catch the edge. That's a bit awkward, especially if it's in the middle of the quilt, gathering it all in your hands. Good when you get a little bit older, arthritic hands, but we're okay, we're still doing it. Lucky girl, can still do it. See, I'm trying to tuck in that little pointy bit a little bit, just catch it with my needle. Doesn't have to be perfect. When did you ever see a flower with a perfect circle? Well, us quilters we like it perfect. I've got a knot. It's going to cause me an issue because I don't think I'm going to get that out. I think I've gone through it with this thread. I know I have. Oh, I'll pull that one out. Hopefully it'll come out now. Just get hold of it and squeeze it through your fingernails. I've got fingernails, used to bite my nails, but I've been good these past few years growing them, so got nails. And life changes, eh? So, here we go. So it's a bit thick with the layers. But put it in and just pull it out a bit. And in we go. Catch the edge. Pointy bit, see if I can make that smooth. If not, it's not the end of the world. When it's all done, I'll press the whole quilt top again before I layer it with the batting and the backing. The backing, I've got an old duvet cover that's red and white. So I did have that on when I had sewed it, quilted it before. As I say, I hadn't done it all because I didn't like it at all. I wasn't as, I can't say as good as I am, but yeah, I'm better than I was, so I want to do it right. Not happy with something, it's not worth it, is it? You don't finish it. Simple as that. And I didn't. I sat there. But I've been doing a lot more quilting, so actual quilting. I'm a bit happy. I'm still a bit worried because I've got to go all round the flowers, all the leaves and everything with free motion. I tried it with a walking foot, but it just didn't work. I was trying to go too near the flower, but I'm probably going to go 1/4 inch away from it. We'll see how we get on. I'm a lot more confident than I was. So we're nearly around this flower middle now. There's somebody outside my window. I'm in the downstairs flat. The parking's right outside my bedroom window here. So you might hear, I doubt if you'll hear it, but I can. Right, so I go along there just to make sure just go along and make sure I've sewn that. I can always put another one in, just to, if you're not happy. Right, so back in there, go down away into the back, into the circle. And all you have to do is a few catching stitches, because you don't need knots, just back stitches, because this bit is all going to be sewn over, quilted and lost in there. 2 or 3 about stitches, I've done 4. Okay, and that's it. Cut it off, and there's the little flower centre. Yeah, because I did have them plain, you know, as I said, I quilted it plain. I said I'm not going to bother doing that. So you can see this one, I've actually started one and put that in the centre, but I'll cover it with the same colour all over, the yellow. And I shall show you it when all these flower parts are finished.